Hey, how's it going, everyone? Today I'm checking out the Umidigi A11 that's available for, I think, under $150 online. One thing off the bat that I like about Umidigi, besides the fact that they sent this out for free, which I do appreciate, they have all the specs located back here, and so you can tell whether or not it's a good phone. So obviously this is a low-end phone. It's got a MTK Helio G25, ARM Cortex A53, 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of internal storage. That's a lot of internal storage right there. A 5150 milliamp hour battery. That's a pretty big battery. I want to see how long that can last. Here's the phone itself with a clear case on the back. That's pre-installed. Beyond Dreams. I think there's a SIM pin and the user guide. My camera keeps cutting off randomly. I hate it. But this is the user guide. There's a wall outlet and USB Type-C cable. Now, I don't think this wall outlet has fast charging based on the specs that you can see here. I hope you can see it. It's kind of just in, but yeah, no fast charging capabilities. This Umidigi phone, even though it's a 6.53-inch display, it has almost the same width as my iPhone 10. So it's easy to grip in one hand. It's just like a tall version. I guess because it's so tall, it gives it a 20:9 aspect ratio. And when you remove this plastic cover, I mean, there's a screen protector that's pre-installed even after removing. And there is this protector on the back, but this is the only protector. There's nothing else protecting it. They say this is glass on the back here. Kind of feels like plastic. Maybe there is a thin layer of glass. And then the sides are aluminum. So, I mean, it feels nice. It doesn't feel bad or cheap or anything, which is kind of impressive to have on a cheap phone. I feel like I'm going to say tablet a lot in this video mistakenly. Anyway, starting out from the bottom, that's where you have your speaker grill, the USB-C port, possibly a microphone. On the left side, there's a customizable button. I think you can customize this to a few different things. Right now, if I press it, it takes me to like this thermometer tester that I can measure out and see what temperature things are. The SIM tray for 2 SIM slots, as well as a micro SD card slot. On top is a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the other side is the volume keys and power button. And then the camera that's kind of protruding on the back here, triple camera, with the AI thermometer back there and the flashlight. Finally, on top there's the camera and the speaker grill, which I didn't notice initially because it's kind of like hidden up there. And I do have this open, so the screen does look nice. I thought it was going to be a little more pixelated. Surprisingly, it's not, so definitely tolerable for the price. Obviously, can't go wrong with 1080p, that's the best. I'll go outside in just a moment to take some pictures and see if you can view the screen outdoors. While we're here real quick, I just want to check to see. So there's about 116 gigabytes free of storage, or 115 gigabytes. I'm updating all these apps, these pre-installed apps in the background. And then if we go into System, just to see that it's running Android 11, updated to Android 11. Also, something I just noticed is that after just 20 minutes of use, it gets kind of warm to the touch up here on top, or just the back top here. I don't know exactly why that is. That's not a good sign, of course. Maybe it's because I had my brightness set full for the most part, or I was at full brightness. I'm not sure. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, because I wasn't doing anything intensive besides downloading some stuff. Right, so here we are outside. I can barely see the screen. I mean, it's daytime outside. And now under some shade, I can see it a little better. The front camera does seem alright. I did take some pictures with this. Well, you can't see half of my face in video, but yeah, it seems like it's alright overall. Can't really complain. So, gaming chairs have this type of backrest, and it's not that great. This one, so videos you can watch at 720p. It can be upscaled to 1080p on YouTube. Unfortunately, and by the way, the speaker is okay. It does get decently loud, but it can be covered with one finger. That's one downside. Then another downside is that, or maybe it's not too surprising, this has a wide security of L3. That means videos on streaming services like Netflix, Peacock, Amazon Prime, etc., they're going to be capped at 480p. In terms of performance, this seems a little more than acceptable. I mean, all basic tasks are pretty good. I I did do a benchmark here using the Geekbench, and obviously the scores were really low, as to be expected. But just navigating around, it's pretty smooth. Not completely smooth, I should say, or clarify, because when I try to browse the web, and for low-end devices I tend to use Opera, the Opera mini browser, because it's faster. There's still a bit of a delay here and there. It won't really hinder your performance, but that's probably what you should expect around here. It hasn't crashed on me or anything, so that's good. First game here is Fruit Ninja 2. Whoops. And it looks like it seems to be performing pretty smoothly. Don't really notice any delays, except there was one in another mode, but it was just one. Have not noticed anything since, and that was off camera. Yeah, pretty good. Next game is Roblox. And this is not too smooth in frame rate. You can see that it froze up there just for a second. So I would say this game really isn't playable. I mean, you can judge for yourself. I just don't think it is. And I keep dying every single time in this mode. I don't even know how this game works, really, to be honest. I'm just running around and trying to attack when I can, when I get the chance. I want to try to get into a fight to see how much it can tolerate. Looks like there's someone here, so we'll just fight him here. Yeah, I'm gonna get slaughtered. Finally, it's Genshin Impact. I wasn't really expecting this to run well at all, and it really doesn't run that well. There's a lot of freezes and everything. In the beginning, at least, there was. Looks like it's performing a little better. But personally, I wouldn't say this is playable at all. I mean, granted, I haven't gotten into combat or anything, but this should give you a gist of how performance is on high-end games. Not really playable. But overall, for a phone, this phone is at $100 at the time of this video, and I really don't know of any other phones. I haven't really researched the market or looked into it much to see if there's any other options out there, but if there is, I'll link it down below. One last thing before I go, I almost forgot to mention the call quality. This is just based off of, just a quick call that I've done, and it seems like the quality is good. I could hear the person well, and then vice versa, so no problems there. So overall, it seems like a decent choice at the price point. Again, I don't know the marketplace right now. I don't know if there's better options out there or not. Either way, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and leave a like if you did find this video helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more. As always, thanks for watching.